But no matter what comes next, I still have to face the ending.
All right. So, how about starting us off?
All right, everyone. Welcome back to Blades of the Dark. I'll be your storyteller, Matthew, for the day, and we'll go around and introduce everyone. Bishop.
Hey, everybody. I'm Griffin, and I'm playing Bishop, the red-headed, proper-looking Scovlin fallen noble, who is the group's spider, who makes deals around with everybody. Who's next?
Rav?
Oh, hello. Yes, I am playing Pariso, a strange outlander from the Taicharos, from another place, where I decided to come to the city to live as a normal, law-abiding citizen who pays all of their taxes.
Theta?
I am Furior Idente, otherwise known as the Professor, a recluse from the former Takarosi Academy.
And Muffin.
That's me. I'm Muffin Manifesto, and I'm playing Brit, also known as Alston Haig, the local muscle who tries to keep these fools safe, very unsuccessfully.
Did you do something to the map, or did I just forget what happened last session?
Oh yeah, no, I've not seen these before either.
I finally got some free time to do a little bit of updating to our map and current situations going on. As you can see, there's a couple timers. There's the entanglement caused by the Grey Cloaks that's still out and about. And just situations the group has touched on and either forgotten about or moved on. Does everyone remember what happened last time?
Mostly?
I believe last time, the thing that sticks out to me is that we did a pro bono mission to deliver medicine. Everyone was a little angsty about not being paid, but Bishop was perfectly fine with going along with it, and we floated it over some blue coats and got it there in time. That's what I remember.
So we were currying favor with the poor and disenfranchised.
That's correct.
Yeah. How does this benefit us personally again?
Because the poor and disenfranchised will have our backs when the authorities never will.
Well, that's somewhat true. Okay.
That was the second score. The first one was robbing a rival of someone's.
Oh, yes, that's right. We started off with the robbery of a very well-protected mansion.
I wouldn't really call them my rival. They're just someone who deserves to be robbed, and really, who doesn't?
Someone who you curse under your breath frequently.
Actually, my background is I'm weird. I just randomly picked this person and decided they're going to suffer all at my hands. I don't need to explain myself to you or to anyone. Not even the magistrate.
I'm not looking for you to explain your antagonism. I'm looking for you to explain how much money we can get out of it.
Well, they have a vault, which we
Exactly.
could not get into.
Something for next time.
Also, they had a very high level of security, and they were entertaining very well-to-do people. Mm-hmm. So if we were to come back, not only are the stuff that we know is there that's valuable, but there's also stuff that we don't know is there that is valuable. But they would also be expecting us to return because, well, they kind of expected us to be there in the first place. They had an elaborate security system. So if we choose to do that at a future time, really, I think we need to focus on what's important. And that is the opium den.
Oh, right. How's that coming along?
I've cleared a space. And I've gotten rid of the obviously rusty scraps of metal.
And I found us a bouncer.
Well, it sounds awfully like that you haven't actually done very much then.
Well, these things take time. Also, out of all the places you need a bouncer, I was thinking an opium den is usually the place where they're really like very easygoing. But I guess by bouncer you mean literally when we have to bounce them outside, which I suppose.
Yeah, and like someone to just like protect the place.
Everyone's invited to the party
There
until they
is-
run out of money.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just like
and
what-
there's expensive goods being sold there. You want to have like a security person on detail.
I mean, we keep saying opium. Are we moving away from the dream stuff?
No, there is no opium here. Only dream smoke.
Oh,
Or is it dream essence?
Dream-
'Cause I thought we were
Dream
doing
essence,
dream
that one.
the
Well, what you
problem
need to
is,
do is you need to take the two and cut them together, obviously.
I have a problem with calling it a dream den though, because that would get us on a different show. Like here we are on the Home Shopping Network. Here's our dream den. Wait, why is my dream den?
Okay, so you get middle Americans to high class. Sorry, not Americans. You get middle class to high class people coming to look at their dream home, and then you sell them on Dream Essence instead. I think it's a win-win. It's a bait and
Dream
switch.
Here, have this drink that may or may not get you hooked for the rest of your life.
And I
Here's
mean,
the
it's a
back-
perfect cover too. We just make it look like it's an open house for a home that's for sale, a dream home.
That's how I got it.
So,
Okay.
and you don't happen to have the product lined up either yet, do you?
Well, actually, that's a good question. I think the professor's in charge of the products.
Sure,
Or
number 7
could
on my
steal them.
priority list.
Well, don't you take drugs to endure the never-ending pain of your existence?
No, I just sell my body to a spirit, so I don't have to endure the pain of my existence.
Oh, is that the kind of vice den we could have? We could offer people like something like that.
I guess we could.
All we have to do is get the other vice den to move to here. I'll get my arson kit.
So, I guess, is that what we're all feeling like? Doing some sort of mission here to try to prop up our vice den?
I'm not opposed to it. I have no concerns strongly one way or the other.
I guess it is worth noting we have no resources at the moment, even as we've improved ourselves. And we are
Well,
wanted.
we improved ourselves to have better resources. Okay, are we at the
Mm-hmm.
level where we can the hideout is also, it's not quarters, so we need to get the quarters upgrade.
Right, that would be nice for us at some point.
How do
Suggested
we get
that.
how do we get the quarters upgrade? Do we spend money to do that?
When you crew advances, you'll get a choice of a new ability or 2 upgrades.
We are 1 crew experience away from an advance, so we could probably get it at the end of this session.
Oh, we are?
Wait, are you saying that we could go to crew level 2 at the end of the session?
No,
No,
that's tier.
Okay.
Crew advancement
It's
is
just
how
an
you get
advance.
special abilities and
I
upgrades.
only care about tier. I don't give a shit about the rest.
Yeah, where's the crew? I don't see the crew advancement track on the character. Oh, there it is. Wow.
It's down
yeah.
the bottom. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, crap. Yeah, so yeah, we would definitely get quarters. And well, okay, so Professor, when you make stuff, what are you making? Implements? Or are you making tools? Or are you making gear?
The answer to this is somewhat on your other character sheet, like on your main character sheet. So gear refers to burglary gear and climbing gear.
I think the problem here is that it's also what it is. Like, my specialization is both artificer and strange methods. I have bonuses to making arcane and sparkcraft.
Okay. So if we got better quality stuff, would you want better quality implements, better quality supplies, or better quality tools?
He would have access to that as you tier up.
Right. Well, one
We
of the
could
upgrades.
also get better at training
Yeah,
as
but-
well.
Yeah, so the upgrades so documents is obviously the documents item in our gear. Like if you look at your load items, they have those words next to them. So gear would affect burglary gear and climbing gear. Implements affects arcane implements. Supplies affects subterfuge supplies.
Oh, okay. I mean, naturally, I would go
Tools
for gear
is-
because that's what I care about.
I mean, we already tiered up
Yeah.
once and we got the workshop. I think that's literally all you can do for me.
Okay, well then, yeah. Then let's tier up and let's get.
Just means that essentially we can
We should
make
get the
tier 2 stuff. No problem.
exactly. If
Hey,
we're getting quarters, we might want to consider the quarters being hidden. So like either
Yeah, I was
under our lair or
So
above it or
So-
Well,
something.
our lair is already secure, right?
It
it's
was.
already
We
secure,
could
but
make it more secure. We could make it secure from ghosts, and that's probably not a bad idea.
But my best friends are ghosts.
if we made it secure from ghosts, that means we could like start killing people on the premises, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. We also our security.
Well, I mean, if we put like a Sparkcraft shield around our premises, we could kill people in the premises
Yeah. Why aren't we doing that?
because there's not
I
going to
like
be any
that idea.
ghosts or anything escaping, so no one's going to get alerted. So literally, if we have any assassination missions, we just take him on a date and bring him home.
There's also a special ability for that I think it's from the cult, where when you kill someone, it doesn't alert
Oh,
the
don't get him
authorities.
started. He already wanted to be a cult to begin with.
I think
Or
it's
maybe
another-
it's assassins.
Well, I mean, we already want Patron as our next out of.
That's
Thing,
true. We
thing.
do want.
Yeah,
We-
no, I
pay-
that's what I'm looking at the Vice Den is the Vice Den is well, actually, the Vice Den isn't as much money as I thought because the Vice Den is a tier roll minus the heat. So we currently have like 1 or 2 points of heat. So I'm guessing that we would roll like 1 or 2 dice, and on a 4, 5, or 6 we would get something.
Well, tier
Then we-
roll would be 1 die.
Yeah,
Right,
plus
so
or
yeah.
minus what your
4,
heat
5,
is.
6, we would get 1 coin, but then you subtract the heat. So that's not as good as it sounds anymore.
The trick to those upgrades is that you get to use your Vice Den when you want during downtime, so you can reduce your heat down to 0 first, then
trigger
roll,
it.
then
Okay.
roll it. So that yeah,
I'm still all about the Vice Den. I'm still thinking we should build turf because I think we can't
Yeah.
get to tier 2 until we get turf.
Look,
You
looking at the Vice
can.
Den,
but the more turf you have, the faster you tier up.
Oh no, turf reduces the rep that we. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So looking at Vice Den, you guys don't have much turf other than layer, so you're going to need a place for it. You're going to need to secure the material, either the material or someone who can produce large quantities, and a staff. Now, even missing one of these, you could probably justify a Vice Den, but let's put our heads together and figure out how you are going to get these 3 things.
Well, that's why I was suggesting that if we had a distillery on site that could synthesize drugs or spirits or absinthe or something like that, that would lure people in, and that's why I went to the professor.
Yeah, you're still going to need a place, though. Your lair isn't even big enough for you guys to sleep there.
Yeah, well, let's
So
make the lair bigger. Let's go buy another
Well,
building.
I mean, you say that, but I'm doing that.
I'm pretty sure the professor just sleeps under a table or on a couch at this point.
Probably live in the skeleton of my creation. Super uncomfortable, but that's what life is. Discomfort.
Right. Buying is a strong word given our financial situation at the moment, though.
It technically means that if somebody was after you, you wouldn't benefit from the security. So
The security, which is currently disabled.
I think what we need to do is the security benefits our workshop, but not anything outside the workshop. So in any event, I think we should just look at the property that's already next to ours, or consider moving to a new property.
Now,
I mean, we don't want to
buying-
run the Vice Den from next door, do we? We want it to be over in a more visitable district.
I think you all had an idea of where you wanted it, but we also just got run out of half of town.
Well, you're not throwing out. The Grey Cloaks are just tipping off anytime you enter one of those 3 districts.
I think I mentioned that White Crown likes us. That was it.
Now, to buy a small building, like what we consider residential, in the cheapest part of town, so we're looking at Coleridge or Dunslow, and small enough to cram 3-4 people in there, is 10 coin.
Okay. Also, I'm just going to have to ask a realistic question here. So we already attacked the Grey Cloaks once. How big are they as an organization? Are they 1 million people? 5 million people?
Oh, you're asking how strong they are? The Grey Cloaks are considered only a tier 2 gang. So we're looking at
1 tier above us.
It's
one
like
tier
20 to
above you
50,
at
I
this
think.
point. Yeah, those are the official members of the gang. They may all have connections and other henchmen beyond that, but they're not in the hundreds.
Maybe I'd make a suggestion towards Grit. Hey, Grit, you want to dismember the Grey Cloaks?
Oh, that sounds like fun.
I'm sorry, I
I
meant
suppose
disband. Disband. I was in your head a little too much. Did you want to disband the Grey Cloaks?
I suppose the idea that we could go ahead and attack and take their territory out from underneath them would give us exactly what we want.
We could also make them an offer they can't refuse, which is to tell them, you know, join us or be destroyed.
Well, yeah, but that
Because-
would serve only to reveal our intentions. We might have a better job of revealing our intentions by doing them.
I'm pretty sure if they already hate us, they pretty much know our intentions.
Yeah, but I mean, if you come out into the open and talk to them, versus, you know, striking from the darkness.
For the record, I'm just looking at like our nobleman or muscle here. For the record, I voted for diplomacy before genocide. The professor voted for genocide.
Yeah, I voted for I don't know why you're bringing it on the record. There's no record being taken. I look over at Grit. Grit's not writing anything down.
I'm trying to scratch it into the table with a fingernail.
I don't know about you guys. I'm keeping extensive journals, and then I have to randomize the pages so that people have to follow them in order.
Yeah.
Gotta leave them all around
I'd
town
appreciate
so
if you
that they
stop leaving the records of your eventual demise in my workshop.
This is
Nobody
okay.
cares.
I plant them in special places. It rewards people for looking around.
can... And how do you feel about all these plans, Grit?
Yeah, I could gather up some lads and lasses and we could go beat down some doors. Sounds like fun.
Well then.
I'm just
surprised that you're the voice of reason, Puri, so it sounds like everyone is on board for causing a bit of mayhem today.
Which is
Well,
also
I'm
funny from the meta standpoint that you and Grit are both the ones good at fighting mobs, I think, right? That's what you got last time?
I got
taking
I got
that's what diplomacy is, saying nice doggy while you show them your rock.
Right.
The reason why I was saying this is because that establishment that we found that they had their kidnap victim in, first of all, it wasn't done. Second of all, it was a nice part of town, and it's way more large enough. Plus, also, it's in, where was it, Coleridge? Or Charter Hall?
Charter. Must
The
have
place
been.
you assaulted?
Yeah, the place we
Yeah.
assaulted. Where they
Isn't
were
that
holding.
Brimstone?
You
Ringstone?
know of two places for the Greystones. Charterstone is where you assaulted, where they were holding the member of the Grom family. But you also learned in Brightstone they have a hideout there.
Okay.
Both are nicer places in the city. Charterstone is more of the academic.
You say
Where-
Charter Stone, do you mean Charter Hall?
Charter Hall, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
bad.
no, right. We could just tell them we want the charter. We're going to take the Charter Hall, and we can either buy it from you or you can give it to us. We'd rather, trade.
But we have
for
no
it.
money.
Right, we're not in a great financial position at the very second.
But at the same time, every assault that we've ever done has come out pretty successful. I say,
We-
still bruised from the last fight that I was in. Session 1.
We could make them an offer they can't refuse, which is you sell it to us, and we'll take it and let you guys get all your stuff out and go, or we'll just come and take it. And ideally, if we made that offer, we would have to make it within, seconds of actually taking it. So, but on the other hand, you could just say, well, you just also just storm in and just go ahead and take it. But the problem I have with that is they might realize that once they can't take it with them, they might arson it, and it is full of guns.
I just don't see the benefit of talking to them. That's all.
Because they might arson, because once it becomes clear they can't hold it, they might burn it.
Right, which is fast and effective treatment, right? Don't let them by affecting action upon them first.
If they burn it down, we can't have it.
Right, so we make sure they don't do that by striking hard and striking fast instead of talking to them and alerting them to the problem.
So then, Professor, then to help this concern, could you build a fire extinguishing device?
Yeah, I call it water.
I mean, something
It's,
you can
it's funny,
carry
it's like
around
this whole
that's
fucking
less
town
heavy
is
than a
channels
bucket.
of water.
No, guys, I have something better than water. Can you build carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide?
I hate to point it out, but we're all giant bladders of water.
Okay, can you build carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide? A toxic gas bomb would not only smother fire, but people as well.
I'm loaded with smoke bombs.
Well, I'm talking about harmful smoke.
Unfortunately, I think this is the part where I require a downtime action to do such a thing, which requires us to do something and then end it.
Yeah, well, that's kind of weird because you think like it's always weird to me. Like we can't do a prep phase. It's so weird. It's like we can't make
That
a bomb and go deploy
Is
it.
something I've wanted to ask. Do we want to, after the score, hold off on the downtime until we determine the next score?
No.
That way you have those.
I don't,
Okay.
because that's where I get my experience to, do things with. Also, that's where I make my my creation. It negatively affects me to change the order of operations.
I guess this is where if we had extra coin or we wanted to spend rep, we could then as part
Yep.
of preparation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do have
Okay.
rep to spend. I don't know if
Okay.
anyone has any coin left.
I have 1 coin left.
If
but I'm
that's
not
Attaching
how-
in
spending
the
it on
favors.
but I could probably trade on our name to get some people together.
Right. That's why I'm asking, like because I mean, otherwise it's like bizarre. It's like, okay, we can craft stuff, except we can't craft stuff because there has to be some sort of phase of we can craft stuff for the mission. Unless this is all like flashbacks. I mean, if you're calling it a flashback, we could just start the mission with a flashback, and our professor could just roll and make the bomb.
Yep.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. as
I
long
mean,
as
I
you
don't
pay
recall
the
ever doing a
express cost.
flashback, so that's why I'm asking. I don't know how flashbacks work.
How flashbacks work is you're like, okay, I want a flashback. The flashback is me getting a bomb from the professor, and you'd pay stress or coin depending on the situation. It's usually 1 or 2 stress paid by the person doing the flashback, but if it's something exceptionally expensive, it would be coin.
I hate to say this, guys, but you don't want me doing that flashback. I'm still 1 stress away from passing out for the rest of the... So,
Professor, maybe you ought to take a break.
I can't. We're living
he's
this
twitching.
moment to moment.
Professor, I'm going to cash in my favor. I want you to take that money you have right now and go relax.
Well, we
Do
can
I-
also burn reputation to make the bomb too, right?
Well, unfortunately, going
Yes.
out and relaxing also costs a downtime, so I
Exactly.
can't
Yeah,
do that either.
I would suggest that we burn reputation to make the bomb. I mean, this is supposed to, put us on the map anyway.
Well, quite
Yep,
literally, will put
that's
us
fine.
on the map.
I think that's a perfectly acceptable idea. So let's go burn a rep, do some prep, make our specialized bomb of they don't burn the building down.
I mean, yeah, the theory behind this would be to make a bomb that makes a gas that both smothers people.
Mhm.
I mean, we would still need to do some legwork to, I don't know, seal the building.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it'll just leak out to little to no effect.
Well,
I mean, you want to make
Let's
sure
go
they don't have their windows just wide open, their doors
Here's-
wide open, etc.
well, hold on. The theory is that when they open the windows, we shoot them. Either the theory is to get
No,
them
I
to
understand you want to smoke them out, but I thought you wanted to just eliminate them completely, like one of those. We light all the candles in a sealed building, so everyone asphyxiates in the night, that sort of thing.
If you want to stab them when they come out of the building, that you're the one who said that you wanted to genocide them. So,
Oh yeah, I was talking
can't-
about going in hard, not this weird set of fire. Well, I mean, in that case, we just set a fire to the top of their building. We can do that there. The smoke will draw them out.
Well, you set fire to the bottom, flames rise.
Smoke. Well, yeah. Well, no. Oh, sorry. I'm thinking of a fireplace. Sorry.
I'm just going under the theory that they might do arson to their own. Once it becomes clear that they can't take the guns with them, they might blow them up. They might be. The problem is, often I run into these role-playing games where I forget that enemies are stupid, and they might not actually do that. I just remember the last time we were in there, it was obviously a powder keg.
Well, I mean, the only thing I could think of is they would only do that if it's clear that we want it. If we're there for them, their impetus might just be to escape. If they think we want the building, which is another reason why not to confront them and tell them that we do, they might burn it out of spite. If they think we're there to kill them, they might just try to run away.
We could assault the building again. It's not very defensive. And if we could claim the armory, I mean, the problem is that if we assault the building and don't make it clear that we're there to keep the title, they'll go to their other headquarters, marshal up all of their guys, and come back.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we should pick a target first.
Well, the fact is that they're only one tier above us, though, which is why I'm saying we could just eliminate them, but just kill them as an organization.
You're forgetting one thing. The Gray Cloaks are very friendly with the Blue Cloaks. So if we commit an obvious crime, which is go in, seize their turf, and occupy it illegally, the Gray Cloaks can go to the Blue Cloaks and say, these people are criminals. Let's go murder them.
Well, great. You're pretty good with the Blue Cloaks. What do you suggest?
Isn't that the opposite of true? Aren't Grey Cloaks Blue Coats who quit and don't... Like, I'm pretty sure they're enemies with the Blue Coats.
They sort of are. All of them have old ties, but most Grey Cloaks are Blue Coats who quit, and it's like, we're already halfway to criminals. We might as well just be official.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the impression I'm kind of getting is that, the Grey Cloaks are the obvious criminals, whereas the Blue Coats are the, guys who could at least, pretend.
Well,
my understanding was that they got, like the original Grey Cloaks were ex-Blue Coats that got framed for a crime or something, and so they left the organization.
Well, I might be mistaken. Which are the Gray? Which is it, and how do we find out?
How do
I
you
mean,
go
if the
about
Gray Cloaks
finding
are
out?
hated by the police, even more reason to support the professor's plan.
I suppose we could go around and ask.
Yeah, that sounds like a.
Falls right
I
back
could-
under the don't raise suspicions that'll, raise their alarms. So
Right, I mean, I don't have to go up to them and ask them about themselves.
no,
I
you just
can
have to
other
ask a
people.
random person on the street who will then might be
Well, we
tied
have
to them.
contacts and associates. We just need to pick one that would happen to know things about the Grey Cloaks.
Oh, you mean ask one of your friends? My worry is that, their citizens of Duskwall might not be filled with hostile people. Their citizens of Duskwall might be filled with helpful to friendly people. And theirs would act on their behalf.
So you just want to
Again.
go ahead and. All right. The professor votes for storming in and killing everybody. What do you want to do, Bishop?
I'm perfectly fine with that plan as long as we can pull something off here. What I'm
All
saying is we probably want to understand what our target is, which seems to have a lot of contention.
Their entire organization is my proposition.
I
Well,
don't think we could do that in a day. We'll
Yeah,
start
there's-
small.
Well, we
They're-
planned now, and then we enact said plan all at once. How about we lean over and look at Grit, our battle master, and see what they have to say?
Yeah, I mean, I might need some time to get people together because, if I took them all one by one, I'm pretty sure I could take the entire Grey Cloaks down, but there are a bunch of them, and they might just swarm over me. Even
You-
like 2 at a time, 3 at a time at a stretch.
Okay, when I called you the battle master, I didn't mean like that. I meant like you're the guy who's good at beating people up, and I assume that means your tactically sound opinion.
All right.
Storming
Here's
a building isn't too difficult if you've got. You don't even need as many people as are in the building. You just need as many people as in any individual room.
So, here's an idea I'm coming up with. We just want them to not want to be in that building anymore and to not go back. We are a bunch of smugglers in weird and strange arcane artifacts, so if we can find something weird and strange enough that they don't want to interact with it and put it on the premises and
Yeah.
have it start causing problems, they could go away.
Yeah, let's go borrow the old statue that we delivered a little while back.
That's one idea, actually.
No,
but,
that was a joke. I'll lose opinion
but
with
something
you
of a
if you build
similar
it.
scale or scope could be fortuitous.
Asking Grace for a favor doesn't sit well with me. She'll probably
Oh,
just take the
let's-
place herself.
Well, maybe not Grace. If you look at the fringe, you do have allies who would
We
be
do.
invested in the occult. Well, the Church of Ecstasy likes you. The multiple cults of the forgotten gods like you.
The refugees. Let's ask the refugees for help.
Why not? The
Yeah.
place is big and offers numerous apartments, some of which were finished.
Well, my only concern there is that the refugees are friendly to us. That doesn't mean that they're not friendly to the Grey Cloaks.
So I guess as a sort of scoping out the heist we're going to do, I would like to go consort and talk with maybe either or. What do you guys say? Church of Ecstasy or Forgotten Gods? Let's go Forgotten Gods. I think they might have something weird that they'd be willing to part with. The Church of Ecstasy, I think, wanted to protect them into pentagrams and stuff. Last time we were talking with them.
Well, we all we're offering some sort of vice den. Which one of these cults has more money?
Between the two, definitely the Church of Ecstasy.
I think we should go to Ecstasy because not only do we traffic in not only do we already have a luxury fence and traffic and high quality content, but also we would be all we're all smuggling. I would suggest that we want them to help us get territory, not just because they like us, but also if you help us, we're going to have a secure place. It's going to be safe. We're going to have it spelled up so we can even murder people on the premises. Not that you want that. We're happy to hide stuff. We are skilled enough to understand and traffic and contraband. My friend and I can go to Taichiro's because we don't care about the horrible pollution and stuff.
It's not pollution. It's
Right.
Remember, it's a cloud that will burn you alive.
So I do like this. So I will go to the Church of Ecstasy. I'll take someone as bodyguard, and I will attempt to offer them a plan to collude with us for the sake of a vice den.
Who's nicer, me or Grit?
That's a tough question. I don't like to play favorites, so Professor.
No, I'm serious. Grit, do you have consort?
I do.
I think he does now.
Grit,
Yeah, I've had it from the beginning. I'm better at talking to people,
Grit,
on the streets.
Grit's nicer than I am.
Oh,
I'm
God,
more of
just
an introvert. I'm the kind of person who says, who stands there in the corner going, "Nobody at this party knows that I'm a dedicated killer."
All right, Grick, come with me. You're going to be my big smiling face.
Good.
Good job.
All right, so let me just see if I understand the plan right now. You're looking at going after the location the Grey Cloaks have in Charter Hall, the 3-story building corner there.
That sounds like it.
You guys are making your way to the contact or someone in the Church of Ecstasy because you're on good terms with them.
That's right.
All right. Just making sure I catch up from all that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're taking Grit to go visit them. What is the other two of you doing?
Well, I think the professor needs to relax.
Well, that's a good opinion, but I don't agree with it.
All right. Well, I guess the professor and I will go case we could go case the joint out. How do you feel about prowling today?
It worked so well last time. Let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
Since the professor is one stress point away from
Meltdown?
happening to them,
From obsession.
from a trauma, I will happily do a group deal with you.
All right, you guys are going to survey the building?
Sounds like they are.
Yeah, we'll just check it out. Because I suggested, gas bomb versus what if it's airtight. So let's go look at it again. They might have changed it since we were there last, especially because we blew up the second floor.
It's also been weeks.
That too, but the second floor is the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and they were doing construction, so they may have finished it.
Mm. All right, then this is going to be a controlled situation. Give me a survey if you guys want to do it as a group. That's what the sound of it is. You can each roll and.
Oh, a survey? Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Group action that he's in charge of.
Yep.
So he takes all the strain.
That is what he said.
Are you better at survey?
Apparently, you got a 4 at the worst.
Okay.
I am not trained in survey at all. You brought me in on a prowl operation, so that was.
It's all right. We're fine. It's fine.
So it looks like a lot of the modifications and beautifying of this corner of the building have been finished. It's distinguished from the connected building it's connected to. It looks like they've repaired the upstairs. But you don't see the usual gray cloaks out front. There seems to be citizens going in and out.
They had a door guard last time.
They did.
And
Well, maybe they abandoned the building.
Whoa, yeah. Are the doors glassed or reinforced?
The glass doors have been replaced. They are still glass, but the entire building looks like it's been upgraded to look nicer.
Yeah. Maybe they rolled it. Maybe they're not even here. Hold on. I'm gonna put on some face makeup and go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
When you say face makeup,
Yeah, like this. Puff. See, you're disguised now.
okay, you mean like French noble, not like severely out of touch racial negative.
That's probably for
Be
the
frightened if that was the case, but no.
I'm not here to judge Blades in the Dark. I'm not sure how they do stuff. No,
Look,
I mean
I am slightly concerned about the number of games where face black is still a thing.
Oh no, dude! It's my famous. It's my best Paris green and arsenic powder. There,
Okay.
tightens up your skin.
My other concern is that you're doing this, which means away from you and at me.
I just put on a light disguise and go look. I'm a lurk. This is what I do.
All right, so you slip in. It seems to be mostly people there. You don't see any gang symbols or affiliations. And after you step in, it's the words Alistair Wellspring's Escape is written as in business language just above a desk at the entrance.
Alistair Wellspring's Escape?
Yep. And the lady looks up. Can I help you, sir?
Yeah, I'm here to see Master Ilthuane. I believe he's in room 301.
Oh, give me a second and I will send someone up to speak with him.
Is this a business office now? They have a receptionist. Do they have like do they have like a board that says the businesses that are here?
Looking up, there is a board for a number of people who seem to be working out of here. It seems to be there's a couple doctors and other various...
Oh, wow. Crummy heck, they rolled this place.
It says nothing about who's on the third floor, but the second floor is definitely all offices.
Okay. Well, I said I was here for the third floor. Do they let me up or not?
After a few minutes, a servant comes back and says something to the receptionist. I believe you might have the room number or name mistaken, sir. Can you tell me again?
This isn't 1312 Bedwell?
No, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm very mistaken. I must have the wrong office. You'll have to forgive me as I speak with an obvious foreigner accent. I'm going to have to go look elsewhere. You've been very kind.
Absolutely. You have a good day now.
All right. I'll go back out. And so, Professor, apparently they're renting out the first two floors as legitimate businesses.
I mean, are you sure they're here at all?
Well, they have a business directory for the first two floors, but they have nothing for the third and fourth. And they do have front security, although it's light. That means if we came here during the day and detonated a bomb, we would be like, or raiding the place. A lot of people here might just be innocent, duped business people.
Maybe the third floor is a shared break room and fourth floor is administration, in which case you wouldn't list it.
Well, we should come back at night and break in and see what's in here. It might be that that changes plans. If this is no longer... it might be they were just using this to stash the guy temporarily. It might just be that they own this business, and thus raiding it we're not taking away we wouldn't be taking away a gray cloak hideout or base of operations. We'd just be raiding one of their innocent businesses, and that doesn't sound nearly as attractive.
Well, right.
Yeah, I suggest we come back at night and see if it's full of loot.
Or what if we just went back in right now and asked to rent?
Rent an office?
Yeah, I mean, if they're renting out offices to businesses, we just rent out an office and see who we talk to.
When I checked the directory, were there any vacancies?
Because you've been in there and know how many rooms there were a couple rooms that were not being used.
It is possible we could go ahead and make an inquiry to check for renting properties. That, I think, would be a job for Bishop, because he has all the lying to people's faces skills.
Mm-hmm. I also have an architect friend who may or may not have some know-how about who owns what right now.
Conversely, I still have 1 coin, and really, you don't need to lie if all you have is money.
Well, that's also true, but I'm also... here's the thing: is I'm suggesting the caper might change. It might be that now that they finished their renovations, this is now like a loot thing for them. It's legitimate businesses in the first 2 floors, and then crime stuff in the 3rd and 4th. I'm suggesting what we should do, we might flip this. Why don't we just rob the place?
God, our sites travel so low so quickly. Let's eliminate the entire Grayskull Comenis altogether. Hey, let's rob 1 business building that's only 2 floors of the business.
The last time we were here, it was full of bootleg guns.
Mm-hmm.
It might still be full of bootleg guns.
I mean, if all we need is money, let's just go rob another rich person's house like we did last time.
Or perhaps actually do a real smuggling mission. The thing
Also-
we're known for!
To be fair, if we're known for something, people are going to be looking for it.
I'm just suggesting that the place is full of contraband that could be easily fenced.
Definitely.
I'm just saying that maybe we should eliminate a rival gang altogether while they're still within our wheelhouse.
Right. The guy who's 1 stress away from having a breakdown wants to destroy a gang that's 1 tier higher than us.
Yes, correct. You've correctly ascertained every aspect of this scenario.
I have correctly obtained it, and I also mock it. I mock you to your face.
I kill him. I'm just saying that it's in our ability to do, and to be fair, it doesn't matter how much stress I have. I would never be the key cog in the plan.
No, I'm a criminal. So when you say like, "Oh no, let's just rob them and make money," it's kind of like, that is pretty much what I do.
That's not what I said, though. I'm literally saying, let's kill them all. Let's kill them all in one fell swoop.
What would Bishop and Grit like to do?
Yeah, so Bishop and Grit, meanwhile, are meeting up with prominent member of the Church of Ecstasy, as they were the ones who got the idol before.
Mm-hmm.
The priest we'll go with has agreed to meet you at a nice place in Brightstone.
Of course, and I'll have a pleasant conversation with him, of course. It's like, you see, we're interested in forging deeper bonds. You understand what our specialty is, and we're both interested in the same sort of thing, after all. So I think a better business arrangement between the 2 of us is highly beneficial.
Possibly. What are you offering?
Well, we're currently looking to expand right now, and we're having some difficulties with it. I think that you may be able to assist with.
Expand in what way? What are you looking to do?
Well, I think we have a way to help people relax. Correct me if I'm wrong, the Church of Ecstasy definitely enjoys things of ecstasy.
Yes.
The vice then should be an easy sell.
You'll get it right. I believe
Okay.
you.
Yeah, I'll go. I believe my companions and I have been talking about establishing a dream den.
With Dream Essence?
That's correct. I believe that it would definitely bring happiness to a great number of people.
Sounds like a great plan. How do you plan to go about this?
Now there's the rub. Of course, we have multiple things that we need. The most of which, of course, is a place to establish ourselves. We know of a few places, but there are other tenants there currently. And, well, at least it's my idea right now that the easiest way would be to have the property become devalued because of certain spiritual or arcane reasons beyond the tenant's control.
Mm.
Now, it would have to be something controllable, ultimately, but something that they would not know what to do with. And, well, I'm versed in some of these matters, but not in all, and there are people with better ears for it than I am. Which I guess is where I come to you.
So you're looking for something to become haunted.
That's right.
And what did you think that the church actually could provide for you to accomplish this?
Well, I was hoping that maybe you would have some sort of artifact or arcane implement that might assist in some idea of this, or maybe you could persuade me out of it into something more sensible. It's while I deal in these things, and I understand to be cautious, I'm not a library.
Well, there are quite a few whisperers that do make their home in Crowsfoot. I could see
Hmm.
as some of our congregation might know some of these people and get you some spirit bottles, but what would be the benefit to the church in that?
Well, as I said, you understand our business, and we're in some of the same business. Our services are open to you, our places of residence open to you. But if there's something more material you're interested in, I'm all ears right now.
How big of ice den are you looking to build?
As a player, I don't know exactly how to describe what we're wanting, but I'll describe to them.
Okay. So
Yeah, I'm
what
sorry. I don't have
as a
much on that
group,
one.
what is your aims for this ice den? Is this to be a small hideaway hole or is this to be a large uh business?
I think the way people have described it is definitely the large business sort of like the expensive parlor patrons kind of thing. That's the vibe I've been getting from everyone, if anyone wants to correct me on that. Alright, that seems to be what they're
Right.
thinking then.
All right, then, if we can get you a number of these materials out of from our congregation, that should be enough to get people to want to vacate the area at least for a while.
Hmm.
The issue would be cleanup afterwards. This is not going to make some people happy.
Undoubtedly.
And in exchange, our congregation will have permission to make use of this den frequently, and you
That's
will
correct.
keep things quiet that are set there.
Absolutely. Our our home is a safe place for the church.
I'm glad we could reach an understanding. And he extends his hand to shake yours.
And I will shake as well. I don't think I need to force contract on this. This is friendly. We're both in agreement. Oh no, they betrayed me on this deal that would benefit them entirely.
We'll make sure someone gets to where do you need these? Where can we deliver this to you? Because you're not going to be able to pick it up here.
Right. I believe you could deliver it to us over in what's the place called again? It's not the docks. It's the Night Mark.
Silk
Where
Market?
are we located
Your
again?
lair? Silk
Yeah,
Shore?
Silk
Not
Shore.
Silk Shore. Not Silk Shore. Night Market. Sorry.
Yeah, Night Mark. Night Mark. Okay, I thought it was that, but I was looking at the map, so I wasn't sure. Okay. Yes, I'll have a drop-off location for you in Night Market. It should be safe and secure.
Excellent.
All right. It's been a pleasure, of course,
Hmm.
and thank you for the drink.
Of course. So he stays, finishes his meal, sends you off.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I'll go ahead and return. I'll look over at uh, my brain does not want to work today, everybody. I'll look over at Grin and go, well, this went fantastically. I can only hope Parisa and the professor have had quite as much luck on their end.
Right, you are, boss.
And we're going to come back, and it's going to be Parisa and the professor arguing. It's like, kill, no, steal.
All right, so we gather everyone back together.
Yeah,
Good
no.
news.
So the good news is you got the backing of the Cult of Ecstasy.
That's right. Of course, they'll become one of our biggest patrons in the process, and we'll be a little bit in bed with them, but that's more than enough of a price to pay.
Well, the bad news is, okay, so no, this isn't the slum that I thought it was going to be. They've got the place, they've got legitimate businesses stacked on the first and second floor. So while I don't doubt that the third and fourth floor are being used as a smuggling operation for contraband, just blowing the place up or seizing it's going to be impossible because there's a bunch of legitimate businesses on the first and second floor.
Well, I've arranged for an idea slightly gentler than an explosion.
I'm all ears.
A haunting.
If we try to drive the tenants out by having the places haunted, what's the legal procedure for dehaunting a place?
Well, hopefully it would be that everyone there is unable to pay to get rid of it, and we swipe it up.
Who do you pay to have some place dehaunted? I thought
the government handed that.
It was a civil thing.
Yeah.
The spirit wardens would either send a bill, or if you couldn't afford that, you'd have to contact the individual whisperer and hope for the best.
So we would smuggle. Your plan is to smuggle ghosts in that are so expensive to deal with that people would vacate the property.
Or at very least, it's far beyond their wheelhouse to deal with, and so they would have to choose to pay or leave.
Right, but I mean, ghosts in the setting are like having a rat infestation. You just call somebody and...
Well, yeah, but many of the legitimate businesses might leave and find other places. The fact that they might have to be shut down for 30 days for ghost removal would remove its value as a business.
Correct. And hopefully no one would necessarily be too harmed in the process. That's, we don't like anyway.
Plus also rat infestation. Some of the legitimate businesses might not come back. It's like, you had rats, I'm not coming back here, it's gross. Or you had ghosts, I'm not coming back
I'm just
here.
saying, in the overall, it's not a major problem, though.
One or two ghosts is not a huge problem for the spirit wardens. Dumping off 10 or 12 things that are trying to suck the souls out of people, that's a bit of a problem.
Well, I
Yeah,
figure
I guess
10
I
or
should say-
12, then the same people that respond to a dead body are going to be coming in mass.
I guess I should say the Church of SSC has explained that it would be quite a problem to do the cleanup afterwards, so we may have to be footing that bill in the end in some way, but at least we're capable of dealing with it.
It occurs to me that if you put too many out there, it's going to like there's a break in the, the wall, and they're going to come to investigate and clear it out. And you put too few, and it's not going to matter. It's going to be like some private whisper organization.
Right, I'm not
clean
looking
up
to
for
cause
them.
the apocalypse here. I'm looking to clear out a building.
No, I'm saying
there are
that-
definite scales, I agree.
I'm saying that the just right territory, the Goldilocks zone on this plan, seems, I don't know, difficult to ascertain.
Well, I trust my contacts, and of course I trust you all to make the correct decisions then.
Well, there's flaws 1 and 2.
I agree on that as well, unfortunately. We'll roll the dice and see how lucky we get then.
I'm right here.
I am aware.
But the guy who let me get beat up by blue cloaks?
You got yourself beat up by blue coats. I got away.
Yeah, like I said, let me.
All right. So I believe right now we're at least waiting for that. I would love to know for certain who's on the third story floor. But aside from that, I guess we just have our plan and we just need to sneak them in.
It's a shared mess hall for all the businesses that are there. Gonna go up there and it's just a bunch of trays, people sitting at tables. A lunch break, huh?
Walk in, there's like 3 ghosts having a meal. It's like, maybe I'll sit at a different table.
4 vending machines, salad bar.
So I believe on the assumption that the drop-off will happen, should we go ahead and start setting up for a heist then?
Sorry,
I
what
guess
is the
so.
actual heist? What are we considering a heist in this respect?
That's a good question. I believe it's probably sneaking these things in and getting out without being noticed to cause the problem.
So
That's my assumption right now.
The drop-off is a heist in your estimation.
That's my current guess, unless
It is a
Matthew here
score
has a
whether
better
or not
idea.
it is a heist.
Yeah, there is no score in this aspect. This is literally dropping a flaming bag of shit on their doorstep and just running away. Heist achieved.
Well, is
We
the
have
score
moved down
trying
in the
to-
world.
Are you trying to rob this place, or are you trying to vacate it? Because those are two different scores at this point. How I see it.
Vacate is my idea. What about all of you?
I mean, why not do one while we're at the other, you know? If we're gonna be in the building anyway.
A ghost distraction for a robbery. Okay.
If we do both the robbery and the ghost, they're gonna know somebody did it.
Oh, I'm not the brains of the operation.
I mean, because when the gray cloaks find out that the place is haunted, they're gonna do an investigation. If they find out at the same time that their stuff was stolen, they'll go, "Oh, someone planted the ghosts here and stole our stuff," and they're gonna come looking for us first because they hate us.
They're probably going to come and hate us anyway.
You know, since I'm really trying to push the whole let's kill off the Grey Cloaks thing, apparently the closest I'm going to get to this operation is having them come after us, and then we have to deal with it. So let's go with the robbing them and planning it thing anyway.
I'm under no illusions. Any plan we have here is going to be the thing that starts off the war. So
Just remember that if we start a gang war, you don't have any place to hide.
Fine. I'm fine with that.
And our
Also,
security
okay
is still
with that.
down. We'll have to work on that.
Our shared home got burnt in a pyroclastic cloud. I'm used to being on the street and no home.
I keep forgetting. Anytime I tell the professor apparently does not care if they live or die.
All right.
We have an agreement that you're allowed to kill me when I give the word. So, at what point were you confused?
Let's go ahead and focus real quick. Quick vote.
You're confused. The agreement is not I kill you when you give the word. The agreement is no one's allowed to kill you but me.
Well, I think you're confused.
All right. Quick vote. Vacate. Rob.
C.
I vote for vacate.
Ingrid.
Whatever you want, boss.
Okay. Decision's entirely on my hands. I say we rob them while we're at it.
So
All right.
C it is then.
Yes. Let's go.
All right, then is the focus of this mission on the arcane power to get the place vacated, or on stealth and not being caught as you're infiltrating?
We don't want to be caught, because if we get caught with ghost materials, it's all over. Because I'm sure that whatever are we carrying like tier 2 or tier 3 or higher tier ghosts here?
What's getting delivered to you is 12 spirit bottles that have all been sealed very professionally.
Yep. So we don't even know what's in. So this is extremely illegal.
Well, can I just attune
Oh,
for the spirit
yeah.
bottles to determine what's in them?
Give me a control to tune as you're looking at
Also,
one.
I mean, we should probably just stealth it up, because if we're robbing them and depositing the bottles, we can do both with a stealth mission.
Yeah, I want. This is definitely a stealth mission. We don't want
Right.
to.
I agree.
6.
All right, these are some pretty. There's the one you're looking at. It's got a pretty nasty ghost in it. It's pretty savage. It's banging against the bottle. The bottle's very secure, so you're not feeling anything. But with the tune, looking in, the one in here is not friendly.
Oni, could you do me a favor, and could you use common media to tell me what kind of ghost?
We're looking at a Slimer here.
Is it a Slimer? Is it one of Casper's uncles? What are we looking at here? On the
You're looking at-
Ghostbuster scale.
You're looking at a Zool, I think.
We're looking at. Can these ghosts possess people?
Is it a
Many
gozer?
ghosts can. The ghost you're looking at, its only concern is to possess and consume the life force of many living as it can.
Okay, so
Nice.
this is a killer ghost. This is a deadly ghost. Not this isn't the one
Yes.
that you go to your parlor to get inhabited by. This one wants to eat you.
Yeah,
Yes,
somewhere
these
between
are all very dangerous.
somewhere between a
These are-
keymaster to a gozer.
These are all feral ghosts. They want the life force of the living, and they're tired of eating the dregs that they can find.
Wonderful.
They're not going to be reasonable. They don't remember they were once human. These things are going to scare off wherever you let them out.
Would Carol Ann be able to do? No, okay, let's keep going.
There's slightly more than scare.
That's fair.
So yeah, I think the primary goal is not getting caught.
Again.
Well, we didn't get caught last time either.
Well, I mean, I've been caught before. As Chet was clear to point out in one of our YouTube videos. You let the guy who knows everything about the operation be pulled in by the Bluecoats.
They just wanted to use you as a punching bag. It was fine.
I mean, it's clear we got lucky that they asked me 0 questions. They just beat the shit out of me, put me in, and let me go.